What is up, guys? It's me, VicStar123, bringing you one of my best team throwing knife gameplays in quite some time, so I really do hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. If you do go on to enjoy it, a like rating would be much appreciated. Think we could break 1,000 likes on this video. It's been a while since I've set that through, and you guys always seem to blow that out of the air. So anyway, on with the gameplay. It's on Seatown, which is quite nice. It's not one of our, standard basic team throwing knife maps, so it's always nice to get a gameplay on here. And it's actually a really nice map in general. A lot of levels and, these little corridors that you can use, and you'll see that happening. So I'll say no more about the gameplay. You guys can enjoy that in the background. And I'm going to be talking about what I did on my birthday, which was 3 days ago from now. So yeah, it was my birthday 3 days ago, and thanks to everyone on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube with the birthday wishes. Was so cool to see everyone just making those wishes, and it really does, that's what the video is about, giving stuff to you guys, and something you appreciate. And just, it was in that day I kind of realised how wide my audience was, how many awesome guys like you there are. So anyway, enough about that, and on to what I did on my birthday. So I guess my birthday started with me playing some DayZ about midnight. Didn't even realise it had clocked over. Got a tweet like, "Oh yeah, woo, birthday time." Then I quickly switched off that, made my video for that day, the MW3 Myths episode, which took about an hour, an hour and a half ish. Then once I'd made that, I just went straight to bed. And a bit of a weird way to start a day, start your birthday by going to sleep. But hey, I stay up late because I'm like that. So anyway, yeah, that was that. Then my brother came in and woke me up in the morning and said happy birthday, because I'd nearly overslept my driving lesson, which was basically my birthday present from my parents, and that was driving lessons. And it was at 12 o'clock, 2-hour lesson with this guy, and he seemed like a pretty cool guy. He's always, talking, making jokes, that kind of thing. So I was like, oh, and he seemed to know what he was talking about, which is always good, especially when this guy's teaching you how to move a vehicle at like 50 miles an hour and not injure anyone or yourself. So the lesson started, and he drove me to this semi-busy road near where I live, and it was on a hill and facing up the hill. And he's like, right, you're going to do a hill start. And I was like, aren't hill starts really difficult to do? And he's like, yeah, they are, but we'll throw you in at the deep end. And that's kind of the whole attitude he took, and it was great. He was, a confident enough driving instructor to basically let me attempt some, starting off with some pretty difficult stuff. Oh, and I love this play here. Just let's quickly watch this. Takes the one, this guy, quick stun behind, get around the corner, then pop back out, outplayed that guy, and then just carry on into their whole team here. Missed one by accident, but scav pack it up and carry on. So anyway, he was, confident enough to let me try some difficult stuff, and basically when I went wrong, he just correct it, because, there are dual controls in the car. So hill start, and then had me driving around the Peak District. As you guys know, I live in Yorkshire. Driving around the Peak District, and I managed to get into 4th gear, and have to say, 2nd or 3rd gear were my favourite gears, my comfort zone. The thing I really couldn't manage, I mean, it's a manual car, so setting off and having to do clutch control, balancing the clutch with the keeping the revs constant, was something I really struggled with. But I didn't actually manage to stall the car. And then once I was in, 2nd, 3rd, 4th gear, it wasn't too bad, but again, slowing down was a bit like, what do I do? Or like going down hills, and the thing I kept doing was accelerating downhill, and that is not a good idea, because the car picks up a lot of speed when it's rolling down a hill, and then accelerating is not good. So I think the highest I got to was 40-50 miles an hour in 4th gear, but like, considering that was the first time I'd ever driven a car, I was well amazed with that. So there was that, and I've practically spent this whole lesson talking about the driving lesson. And pretty much after that, just got home, hung around for a couple of hours, just browsing the internet. I think it was about 2 hours. Then went out for a meal with my family. And as it turns out, when we got to the meal, a few of my good friends from swimming training were there just as a surprise. And I was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And actually, one of my friends, Joe, who runs my other channel, COD Carnage, he'd arranged the whole thing, but he wasn't there. Turns out he fell off his bike doing downhill biking earlier that afternoon and broke his wrist, and it's a pretty severe fracture. So he turned up about 15 minutes later, straight out of the hospital, which was, you know, it was just like, whoa. He's actually having metal plates inserted today to try and aid the process of healing the broken wrist, because I think he's broken it in the same place before, and it's a pretty serious fracture. But he says he was lucky because he nearly went in, like, when he fell off his bike, he basically went over a jump and didn't turn in time, and he nearly went into a wooden stake. So in that sense he was lucky, but in the sense that he broke his wrist, he was unlucky. But there was that, and then pretty much after that, friends came back to mine, usual, just hanging around, party, watched the Olympics. We watched the Olympic swimming, which was pretty cool, considering most of us were swimmers. And then the Olympic beach volleyball. What a sport. Whoever thought up that sport is a genius. What a sport is that. And then that was pretty much it for my birthday. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you enjoyed the gameplay, be sure to let me know in a comment below, and a like rating would be much appreciated. If we could hit 1,000, that would be awesome. Now here's an outro. Be sure to check out the previous Team of Throwing Knife episode. I'll make sure it's an old one, actually, if I remember to do this outro. And random episode, subscribe, and see ya.